Well, hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Unshockable Love. I am on vacation, but I care for you greatly, so I have my book and we are doing the video. So pardon the background. But this week's reading really brought to mind conviction, of course, as each chapter does. But there's a movie that my kids and I have watched recently called X-Men Days of Future Past. And if you haven't seen it, you should go look it up and follow the plot. But there's a scene in there where Charles Xavier, the young self, when he's in his 30s, he's a psychic, one of the most powerful mutants on Earth, and his ability is he can connect to people's minds and he can be helpful that way. Well, there's a scene where he's challenged because he's intentionally choosing to not help. He's choosing to not use his powers to help others, and someone challenges him and says, "Hey, this is the greatest gift. Yours is the greatest gift you can give, to bear everyone's pain without breaking." And I think of the themes of this, and I think there's a lot of similarities between definitely myself, but maybe you too, of the greatest gift you can give someone is to show them Jesus who can bear their pain. A few years ago, there was a study that came out called Just Walk Across the Room by Bill Hybels, several years ago. And one of the weeks was the single greatest gift. And he was saying that the single greatest gift is to introduce them to Jesus. And I think that's very, very, it's important for us to remember the single greatest gift we can give someone is to introduce them to Jesus who can bear their pain. Lots of great stories in these chapters, but a question for you to consider this week is, you know how to bear pain. You know it goes at the feet of Christ. You know Jesus can bear this pain for you. And we have people in our life who need to be introduced to Jesus. Why aren't we? What is holding us back to keeping them from finding healing, entering their space and sitting with them in the ashes and showing them a new tomorrow? We'll see you next week.